Hey, what's up, everyone? The point of this video is to show everyone how to use your dedicated GPU, specifically dedicated GPU for mining. That's what I'll be showing you today. So first, we'll start off by opening our browsers and we'll navigate to unMineable. I have it here already, but go ahead and type it out. It'll be unmineable.com. Once it's on unmineable.com, it's basically learning how to read this stuff in a sense, right? So I'm gonna go over some of the stuff, but I'm gonna specifically stick to mining. All right, so you can see here, it's telling you that mining is now available for Shiba Inu and Polygon Matic. It was just introduced on the 10th of June. If you scroll, actually, if you click on one of these here, it'll show you how to get started. Okay, we're gonna specifically start with NBMiner. These are going to be different softwares for mining. We're going to use NBMiner. So I'll go ahead and click on NBMiner. All right. Now here, we're going to look at some of the information about NBMiner. Okay. This talks about the kind of file extensions and the kind of file that it's going to use. It's giving you a quick little image of this, what you're going to see in this link, which we're going to be going to and downloading because that contains the software. It talks about what type of mining you're going to be doing based on your GPU. Okay, if you have 6 gigabytes of memory or more, you'll be using the ethash. However, you have 3 gigabytes, or should I say less than 6 but more than 3, you'll be using the etc hash. Okay, this is the main difference, ethash and the etc hash. Okay, depending on how much gigabytes you have, that's what we'll be using. That's going to be our URL source and following some other information. Should be just be our perimeters, but don't worry about that much. We'll get to that, okay? Once we add all this information to our bat file, we run it on the NBMiner software. We will be able to see this on the terminal. This is going to indicate that you're mining. Okay, it's going to have the information, what you're mining, and so forth and so forth. Okay, so once we get everything together, you should be able to come here and kind of understand some of this stuff. All right, I'm not gonna go into the TRC20s or anything like that, but that's just a token that we're running. All right, so let's go to NBMiner. And if you have Linux, use Linux. If you have Windows, use Windows. I'm going to be using the Windows machine for this example. So I'm going to go to Windows. All right. Click on it, save it. Voila. All right. Now that I have it, I'm going to open up my downloads. As you can see, I already have my NBMiner here. Actually, I'll move this one away for now, just for a quick second, so that I could use this example a little better. I'm gonna start fresh. All right. Okay, so I'll go back into my NBMiner. I extract it here. This is going to be as a, I think it's a zip file. If you're not familiar with the zip file, you could just, I think Windows allows you to unzip it just by double clicking it. I don't recall, remember. I use RAR Lab, just in case anybody wants to use that. And this is where it starts to get a little interesting, okay? If your security just went off, most likely it's going to remove this particular application here. Okay, I have my security off. This is why it's not propagating. Okay, if I try to run this, this is the application that's going to execute the files that we're going to be creating so that we can mine, which are going to be this information, okay? The start.bat file. Of course, it's not going to be start, it'll be a different name, but it'll be the .bat file, okay? So now what you have to focus on is opening up this file on Notepad. Let's open up that file. I'm sorry, let's edit. There you go. Okay, so we'll click on edit. And this is where things are going to be changing for us a bit, okay? So this is where we're going to be focusing on what to actually add. This is going to be our information that's going to connect to unMineable. Okay, and it's going to do all of this information. So you see we have all this information, the referral code, that's all going to be in here. Okay, all right, so I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Actually, it's my folder. All right, here we go. Okay, so I'm going to put this here. I'm going to align it with this. All right, so we kind of look at what we're looking at. Okay, so first, what I want to do is focus on the currency that we're going to be mining. I'm currently mining some SHIB, so I have that SHIB icon, but you could mine whatever you want. Well, not particularly what you want, but what's available here, okay? What I'm going to be showing you all is going to be SHIB, but of course you could change it to Poly or BitTorrents or, Bitcoin or, Ethereum, right? Binance. Okay, so I'll go with SHIB. I'll click on SHIB, which is where I was at when I began this video. And remember that I specifically wanted to start mining SHIB using the NBMiner application. So what I did, I came to the NBMiner application site and I downloaded the software. All right, so we should all have the software downloaded. Okay. Once our software is downloaded, it's all about knowing how to configure it. What I want us to do, I want us to create a copy of this start etc file. I'm going to copy and paste it. Once it's copied and pasted, it's going to simply restart etc dash copy. Okay. I'm going to rename this to Shiba, as that's what I'll be mining. You're going to buy Ethereum, or just change it to something else. You could have more than just one, by the way. Okay. Whenever you want to run that application, that's when I'll start running. The next thing to do Once you have that shiba.bat file, okay, when those batch fire, that's going to get processed by the application. We're going to edit it. All right. This is where this information is going to come into play. Okay. So if we look at what NBMiner was telling us down here, once you download the file from assets, unzip it in the same folder as the NBMiner executable and create a start bat file with the contents. This is the start file. We just renamed it to the type of crypto that we're going to be mining. Okay. It's inside the same file or the same folder as the NBMiner executable applications and executable. Okay. And we start to look at here. NBMiner, which is the executable, minus a etc hash, okay, dash 0, and then we look at all this extra stuff that's here. All right, so don't worry too much about all this stuff that you're seeing here. Okay, as you see how it keeps going, etc hash, then it has the pool, then it has the dash u, and it has your coin address, right? Dash log, okay? So you can go over this if you like. I'm just going to simply put these things together for you all by going back here, okay? So look at this here. It says minimum virtual RAM requirements or VRAM requirements is going to be 6 gigabytes. I'm currently running 4 gigabytes, which means that I have access up to 3. So the ET hash will not work for me, which is why I have to go into the etc hash. Okay, etc hash is what allows me to run up to 3 gigabytes or 3 gigabytes because I have 4. Okay, how do I check? I would check by pressing Control Alt Delete on my keyboard. Again, that's Control Alt and Delete, which is going to bring you up to your task manager. On your task manager, click on Performance, and you will see your dedicated GPU memory there. And we're focusing specifically on dedicated GPU, not shared GPU. Okay. So now that I have the up to 4 gigabytes of GPU, I could use this one because it's going to require 3. Okay, so I'm like, all right, perfect. This fits for me. I'm going to use the etc hash. See how that changed from ET hash to the etc hash? Okay, so that's where I'm going to get that from. All right, I'm going to get it from here. I'm going to go back here. I'm going to grab that. I copied the pool. And I'm going to replace this pool with that pool. Remove that and simply paste it. So you see I have the etc hash. If you have up 8 or anything more than 6, use the ET hash. Okay, don't use the etc hash. All right, that's what you're placing there. You're placing the pool. Okay, next you're gonna focus on the address. Okay, so what I'm gonna do here is that I'm gonna mine SHIB. So I'm gonna type here SHIB colon. That's what that tells me here, right? The asset symbol, the worker name is gonna be SHIB colon my address. Okay, you can get your address from your wallet. I'm going to change this here, and I'm going to put my address. That's one of my crypto wallet's address. This is where once you reach a specific amount of mining, so you see how right here it says mining fee 1%, free manual and auto payments from 600,000 SHIB. That means that once I reach 100,000 SHIB, it's going to be deposited into this wallet. Okay. Now what you want to do is remove the default, because here it's going to ask you to put the worker. Okay. The worker is going to be basically the machine that's working for you at the moment. Okay, so you have, say, two computers that you're going to be mining. One could be computer A and the other be computer B, so you know which computer is working for you. Okay, I'm currently using a Lenovo PC or laptop, so I'm going to type Lenovo laptop. Okay, so I know that it's my Lenovo laptop, and that's basically going to be what you're going to need. You could always, however, add my referral code. My referral code is going to be, let me double check and grab it. One last thing, you can also check how much you've mined by adding your wallet here. Or not there, it'll be here under your SHIB address. To your wallet, and you see that I have currently 524,000, and it also gives you to know when you were mining, when you're not. I stopped the mining for this video, but it'll come back. Okay. We look at referral code. My referral code is going to be hashtag R6 R7 -MINK. Leave the dash log, the space in between alone, and that's all you'll need. I can't refer myself, so I'm going to go ahead and remove that. Save my file. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to come here, I'm going to open that file and run it. Once I run it, see the NBMiner processing. It's going to ask for security. Go ahead and allow it. What you want to see is this type of information. New job, unMineable. What I'm seeing that it's working. Okay, and there it goes. It's working. Next, what I want to check is this here. So I'll quickly refresh it. And what you'll see right now, once this gets picked up, is that this will start going up. And then my worker, my Lenovo PC is here, which I had working earlier. I don't have anything in the ethash. I only have stuff in the etc hash. Okay. Once again, you're having issues with your Windows Defender, it's best to disable it and then run this application. Okay. Now we wanted to do one for Ethereum, what would you do? Simply copy, duplicate, change it, ETH, right? Edit it. We'll grab our wallet name, following our address, not our address, I'm sorry, our worker name. And I look for Ethereum here. And I'll ask me, so ETH hash is what they're asking that I put here. So I'll type ETH hash. I'll change the full name. To ETC. Actually, I made the mistake. I put ETH hash, it's just ETH. There we go. I'll save that. Now run some Ethereum. Let's see now Ethereum is running. So now I get to mine Ethereum. Back to my address, drop that in there. It's my first time mining Ethereum from this address. So you see how it says be patient. It could take some minutes for it to show up. Okay. So when I reach 0.01 Ethereum, it's when I'll get a reward. It's a long time from now though, right? So just be, cautious of what you're mining. We could always do a calculation here. How much SHIB a day you're mining. Mine is around 12. That's about what I'm getting. All right, everyone. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. That's going to be all for it. Any questions, leave them in the comments, and I'll try my best to get everyone. All right.